Alrighty then, Heidi ho, my neighbors. Welcome one, welcome all to another episode of Dead Men Streaming, and it is October the 7th. It's October the what? It's October the 7th, 2025. The year that is never going to end seems like it's coming to an end. And we have got some mischief for you this time around. This week specifically, we have Mischief Night. Now, I want to pop on. I want to tell you all about this. I want to give you guys my full, upfront, close, and personal experiences with this event. And I can't because I'm packing for one of my biggest vendor events of the year, and I'm busy. I'm actually super late on this video too, so let's go ahead and get on this, and then I'm going to tell you what I've learned about Mischief Night from watching some other incredibly talented content creators, specifically in this case, Angry Turtle. But let's go ahead and run some things down for the weekly challenges for October the 7th, 2025. All right, everybody, as a reminder and as a rule, my score is a little high. Why? Because my rank is a little high, and because I have Fallout First, which this is one of the perks of being a monthly subscriber. Take that for what you will. Not an endorsement, just me saying my numbers look weirder than yours. Having said all that, let's talk about Mischief Night, which is largely going to be taking place at Rapidan Camp, which is just a name I love saying out loud. Rapidan Camp. In addition to having the Brown House, which has a lot of salt and a bunch of other goodies that you can loot out of it anytime you want because it's instance, Rapidan Camp is going to be where Mischief Night takes place over the next 2 weeks, every hour, on top of the hour. Now, again, I mentioned Angry Turtle, great Fallout 76 content creator. He just did a run through of it, and it's really simple. You're going to have to kill Lost, you're going to have to start bonfires, spray some graffiti, and steal candy. You got about 3 waves of that. That's going to end with 3 legendary Assaultrons coming after you. And then once you blast them, you got to tear up a Vertibot. It's fairly straightforward as Fallout 76 events goes. Just show up, break, and leave. I can't really argue with that. So it sounds like a lot of fun. And you do have a weekly challenge to complete that 5 times. So you have that going for you. Collect 2,500 caps. If you don't know how to make caps in Fallout 7, no, but seriously, if you don't know how to make caps in Fallout 76, the easiest, and I mean easiest thing you can do is to bulk steal, sell it at a vendor. If you are a higher, because you get steel from everything. Like if it sneezes on you, you can get steel from it. The next best thing, of course, is to sell things that you pick up, like grenades, and stim packs, and glowing blood, or whatever. Obviously, selling stuff on your own personal vendor. Running events. Looking at the ground funny will give you caps. This is a non-issue, but it's one of those things where there are so many viable ways to do it, I can't tell you the best way. Just keep in mind that vendors do cap out typically at 1,400 caps per, it's not quite 24 hours. I think it's close to like 18 before they reset, 18, 20 hours, somewhere around in there. But basically, you're looking at 2, maybe 3 play sessions tops, assuming you don't just earn 2,500 caps by walking around the wasteland. Moving on from that is back to the collect soap. Normally, I would tell you, oh no, it's the soap challenge. And then I'd make some nasty, snarky comments about, soap and why this challenge keeps popping up because we're all tired of it. I will tell you, of course, as always, your best bet's to go to Camp McClintock, look towards the direction of the bridge, follow the giant transmission cables, and under one of the 2 transmission towers you will see between here and here in this valley, you will find a bathtub with a skeleton and loads of soap. If you know how soap is made, ew. If you don't, for once in your life, don't educate yourself on a topic. Moving on from that. But here's the thing. One of the other challenges, which is going to be kill a human enemy. I don't know if you've noticed, but a couple of seasons ago, they changed the junk loot drop rates. And now getting things like soap or antiseptic or board games or whatever, you actually get a really decent chance of just having it drop off of the crap that you kill. Humans, super mutants, and ferals drop the most junk, but mostly humans and super mutants out of anything. They drop a ton of crap. Take that for what you will. Scorched also drop a good steady supply of stuff too. So maybe you don't feel like digging in a bathtub for somebody's soap, or going over to the White Spring Refuge and running through and looking for bathrooms or whatever. You might just be able to get it by playing the game. That's a thought. All right, complete the event, Mischief Night. Again, top of the hour every hour. It looks like you're going to be playing for at least 5 top of the hours every hour. Or reset it. It's up to you. All right, crafting ammo at a workbench. Can't help you on this one. Go to your workbench and make ammo. Same thing with flare. Now, flare is a little different than your regular stuff, but it is just found at a tinkerer's bench under the title of flare. Then eat pre-war food. This one takes 25. And normally I'd be giving you a list of locations to get pre-war food. But from what I've been told, Mischief Knife actually drops a lot of pre-war snacks and stuff. So I think this is going to be a self-fulfilling target on this. All right, moving down from that, 30 human enemies this week need to go. Well, this ties into pre-war money and scrapping junk to produce glass. There is one place that will give you all 3 of these without any issue whatsoever in one pass. I know I do want to note, glass and pre-war money is everywhere. Any broken bottle, any, basically any broken bottle will give you glass. Pre-war money, most creatures seem to carry it these days. Look for any safe you can possibly find. So the safe that is in front of the pylon ambush site usually has some cash in it. The safe that is in Appalachian Antiques on the ground floor has some cash in it. The safe that is in the General Steakhouse has cash in it. Just like if there is a safe, like the safe at the flooded train yard, or I think, where's another easy to get to safe? Uh, the safes up in Pleasant Hill Cemetery almost always have cash in them. So getting cash is not hard to do. So getting glass, equally easy. But if you want to get glass the fastest, then I'm going to tell you to run up here, somewhere near here. You are looking for the Sons of Dane compound. Lot of beer bottles. Lot of beer bottles, and out in the back of the main area where you would normally see the Feral Ghoul event, they have shooting ranges set up that have a lot of glass and tin and other bottles that you can loot. Some bowling pins too, I think, for plastic. It's worth a stop to pick up, but you'll find it. But if you want to knock out all 3 at once in one single solitary shot, I'm going to tell you exactly where to go. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. And that is so easy. Because all you're going to have to do is go on an expedition to Atlantic City and then do the most sensational game on the boardwalk. 12 minutes. 12 minutes, you'll have all 3 of those challenges knocked out just like that. All the boardwalk enemies, once you get past the first section of the first 3 areas of the boardwalk, are human. Most of them drop cash. There are a slew of different places scattered throughout that you can pick up glass very easily, especially towards the end in the final area after you both defeat the twins and speak to the lady in charge, or as soon as you get punted out. When you wake up on one of those lawn chairs, there's going to be glass bottles and things all around you. So 10-10, that's gonna be what I'm gonna do to get it, if that tells you anything, because I like getting my stuff done pretty quick. All right, now outside of that, kill a Snallygaster. Now I have a love-hate relationship with this. I love them because they look. You know what? I can't actually say what they look like. However, having said that, 2 places you can get them. Now, you can't get 10 all at one shot. Your first place is Flooded Train Yard. And I lied about what I just said. You can usually get 10 in the flooded train yard. Every now and again, robots will spawn here instead, but should just be snallygasters. Moving outside of that, another great place is Toxic Larry's Meet and Go. You'll find 3 snallygasters waiting for you right there. Some other places you can get snallygasters outside of that, well, sometimes if somebody drops a nuke on the queen, you might pick up some down there. You can find a bunch of snallygasters wandering around up here in kitty corner cabins and around the toxic dried lake bed. So those are 2 different interesting locations to track them down. Then moving on from that, you can also just sort of keep your eyes open for events like Radiation Rumble. Sometimes you'll get lucky, and if somebody spawns one of the reward mobs, you'll have a chance to pick them up down there. Outside of that, good luck, is what I'm going to say. And that actually wraps up your weekly challenges for this week in Fallout 76. Moving on to the day challenges, though, because a couple of these are a little bit weird. Let's talk about them. And let's talk about the Hunt Mirelurk Hunters first. Not so much that you have to hunt them, it's just so that you have to take a camera photo of one. Sorry, my brain froze just for a second. All right. So, Mirelurk Hunters, you have to take a camera picture of one. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I will very likely, very likely be re-rolling that particular quest because Mirelurk Hunters only spawn in a couple of locations. They'll spawn during the Swarm of Suitors event, and they'll also spawn around Lake Reynolds. Now, Lake Reynolds is down over here right next to the Lewisburg station. Maybe you'll get lucky and run into them there. Now, I've seen Mirelurk Hunters in other locations, I think, but these are the only 2 that I can find any written locations for. Also, Vault 94 supposedly is loaded with them. And I gotta be honest, I can't remember exactly where Vault 94 is. I know there's 96. Vault 94 apparently has 10 of them in it, so take that for what you will. But the other challenge you have to do today is to kill an enemy in the Cranberry Bog region. So before I re-roll this, I'm actually going straight south from my current location at the beautiful Watoga Station and head down to Sunrise Field to loot some cranberries, kill the Mirelurk Queen, see if I can't find some hunters down there. So good luck to you on that one. All right, some other things, because the rest of these are going to be all fairly straightforward. Eat a cake, pie, or candy. Okay. Collect ballistic ammo. So you just need to pick up, ammo off of the things you shoot. Make sure you're using something that uses gunpowder to hit them. That's ballistic ammo. Complete the event, Mischief Night. Well, you got to knock off 5 of those anyways. Deal a critical hit to an enemy using automatic weapons in VATS. Again, can't really tell you how to do this one. Target an enemy with an automatic weapon and hit it with critical hits. There you go. It's fairly straightforward. Harvest a wild plant or fungi. Again, great place for that. Sunrise Field. Find a bunch of cranberries down here to make cranberry relish, to make cranberry cobbler, to make cranberry whatever. Moving on from there. Scrap junk to produce aluminum. Bulk aluminum at a workbench while you're doing your weekly challenge to craft flare and ammo. Just do that and get rid of it. And then that camera picture we talked about. And that's it. All right, so again, the big thing, the big issue, the big deal, the big hoopa, the holla, the whatever you want to call it, is down at a Rapidan Camp, located in Skyline Valley. All right, so keep your eyes open for that every hour. They've got some fun rewards. I'm really looking forward to doing it. I almost wish I wasn't going to be doing real world stuff all weekend long. Almost wish. Been looking forward to this for like a year. But with all that said, fast, super duper recap. Collect caps, 2,500. Collect soap. As always, the best place to find soap, especially if you're playing on a private server, is the bathtub, located underneath one of the transmission towers around 86B up through here. And again, ew. Moving on from that, of course, complete the event Mischief Knife, craft ammo at a workbench, flare, and pre-war food. Killing a human enemy, scrapping pre-war money and junk to produce glass. Again, just do a quick run through the expedition. The most sensational game. And that's in Atlantic City, the Boardwalk. You'll knock out that almost instantly. All right, everybody. That is it for me. You guys have good... Oh, and Wipeout Snallygaster. Just go root through the train yard. Call it a day. The flooded train yard east of Watoga. All right. Guys, take care. Be good. Follow, like, subscribe. Give me a comment. Tell me how much you like the video. I hope you do like the video. I do hope these help, legitimately. And with all that said, I will see you all again next week.